Hey guys, today I am bringing you a ARC review of a romance novel. I received this ARC from Edelweiss for my fair and honest opinion, and today we will be talking about Kate Bromley's Talk Bookish to Me. This is a book that I think I requested really on a whim, and it is somehow the craziest combination of things I wish a romance novel would never do and things I wish a romance novel would always do. So this is the story of Kara, who is a romance novelist and a bookstagram influencer. She is desperately in the skids of some writer's block, and her deadlines are coming due and her bills are coming due, and she really needs to get this story written. However, her best friend's wedding is also coming up, so she's slightly distracted by that whole thing. So she is not at a great place in her life, and she goes to attend one of the pre-parties for her friend's wedding, and one of the groom's friends shows up. Lo and behold, this friend is Ryan, who is Kara's one serious ex from college. She did not know that her friend's new husband knew him, and now they're there and they're both part of the wedding party, and it's really awkward. They did not end things on good terms, and they have not spoken since. Ex. So this is a return of the ex trope, and it starts off in this really incredible way because a lot of times in the return of the ex trope books, there's this period of time where you're like, oh, I'm still, like, I'm not attracted to him anymore, for sure, like, I'm done, but, like, secretly they are. This book just kind of starts off with, oh, no, we don't like each other, but we're still very attracted to each other. And so it puts the opening of their relationship on a whole different, like, plane already. There's none of this, like, bizarre will they, won't they. It's just, like, you know, do they still hate each other more than they are attracted to each other? And this gets more complicated when Ryan loses his place to stay and he needs somewhere else to stay for the duration of the wedding. It's difficult for him to find a place because he brought his dog, and Kara says, hey, you can come live with me, inspired partially by the fact that after seeing Ryan again, her writer's block goes away and she's able to work on her novel. So she thinks, okay, I'll let Ryan come live with me and sleep on my couch. And, you know, I'll be able to write my book. But of course, because they have already accepted that there is an attraction remaining between them, again, there's none of this like part of it. They're just like, oh yeah, I'm still attracted to you, you're here for a week, like, I need to write my book, but after what happened between the two of us, there's no way that we could ever get back together seriously. So they're just like, we'll just have fun and have, like, hate, anger, sex, and deal with it that way. Cool, they're consenting adults, it's fine. From the beginning, you know that there are things that Kara and Ryan are not telling each other. Because Ryan does not get point of view chapters, you don't know what his is. You do know that the groom has pulled Ryan aside a couple of times and gone like, psst, psst, psst. And it's clear, while the groom also doesn't tell his bride what's going on either, it's clear that there's something a little bit funny there. And Kara has recently accepted a trip to 6 months in Italy to try to write her novel. It's the trip she always promised herself, and she's always wanted to go there, and it doesn't seem like a big deal to her because she and Ryan are only together for this week. They're not getting back together seriously, so why bother telling him, right? So of course, feelings begin to develop as they sleep with each other. They realize that there is a lot of unresolved things from the end of their relationship, but also that things were not as they appeared at the end of their relationship. So they finally have this chance to talk with each other and realize the miscommunication, the things that went wrong, and what really happened when their relationship broke down. Of course, there has to be the obligatory 70 to 75% of the way thing in this book where they fight, and for Ryan, it's finding out that she was going to go away to Italy for 6 months and hadn't told him. And this is somehow brought to equivalency with the thing that Ryan's been hiding. If you don't want to know, I'm going to put my hand up. When I put my hand down, there will be no more spoilers. But I am so mad about this that I have to tell you. Spoiler hand. Okay? You still here? So one of the reasons that Kara and Ryan's relationship blew apart is that Kara thought that Ryan was cheating on her with another girl. There's miscommunication there, but when Ryan shows up to this wedding, he is engaged to said girl that Kara thought she was cheated on with. And it comes out that it's like just a marriage of convenience really, and neither of them are really into it, but Ryan is engaged. And he seems to think that her not telling him about 6 months in Italy is the same thing as, oh yeah, by the way, I'm engaged to this woman who broke us up in the first place. Like, what? That is not equivalent. And I cannot tell you how many times I have seen this in romance novels where they're like, the girl is hiding like something over here, and then the guy is like, oh yeah, I'm engaged to, we're dating or married to someone else. And they're like, yeah, these two things are the same. They're not the same. They're not. Spoiler hand coming down. So after their fight, Kara very reasonably says, Ryan, I can't do this anymore, and she goes off on her trip to Italy. Now, were this any other romance novel, this would be a very short part of the book where like she either realizes she really loves him or he comes after her. But this novel actually takes a substantial period of time when Kara is in Italy to have her work through what's happened, to have her think about her, her past with Ryan, what she wants for her own present, what she wants for her own future. She meets someone in Italy and he's also having a time. His character unfortunately gets a little bit short shrift because of how short he's there, but they have these great conversations about, life and what they both want out of it. And there's this very cute thing that happens at the end where once again you're expecting that like rom-com moment and it doesn't happen. And the point is that, life is not a movie. Life is not a romance novel. And if you want things to happen, you have to go after them yourself. And you have to be able to know your own mind to do that. So on the one hand, I really, really love this book for that. But on the other hand, it fell into this major romance novel trope issue that I hate. So while I would recommend this book, I don't know if I would, make it a top tier recommendation just because, again, that fight thing made me so angry. But it is really unique to me in the way that it handled the last, quarter or so of the book. And if you're interested, I would say read it just for that. So that is Kate Bromley's Talk Bookish to me. If you've already read it, let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, this book will be out soon. So, after you read it, come back and let me know what you think. Thanks, guys. Bye.